Um, but you don't really know too much about the sample pricing and stuff.
I mean, I kind of do. Like right now, you can just tell me your budget, and I can figure out, you know,
So
what's
I mean,
possible.
I'm looking for like the double layered sweatpants. There's not too much to do. Just screen print, the double layer, and then that's it. GSM probably like I don't know, like 280, 300. Nothing like too heavy.
Hmm.
Um, I was looking anywhere from like one 100 to like the max would probably be like 300 for a sample.
And okay, let me see what I can do because it's definitely going to be over 300, I'd say,
Mm-hmm.
just because we are literally getting this to you within a week and the changes are happening within a week. I mean, that's kind of why we charge these kind of prices.
Right.
Um, and unfortunately, honestly, like even with sourcing, like I've been searching for manufacturing as well before this, and I couldn't find anyone that was doing it under 250, and that's just for the base price, not for the shipping or the tariffs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I just want to let you know, and I'll still put you in and stuff, but I always want to let uh, you know, the idea of what you probably get from us.
Got you.
Um,
Got you.
it's gonna be cheaper. The shipping, is non-existent, and also like our MOQ is pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so you don't have to make like a gigantic purchase at the end if you want to make these in production. Uh, our MOQ is only 15 units, but like
Oh, nice.
the more that you make, it'll be cheaper per unit, obviously. So
Right.
it's all about that. But if you're still interested, because honestly, my boss, he used to work as a professional sourcer for, I think it was TJ Maxx. So he knows a lot about like the industry, and even if you get on this call with him and it's way too much or whatever out of your budget, you're not considering it. He gives a lot of extremely good advice,
Mm-hmm.
um, and helps kind of give you a breakdown that gives you an idea of what you'll have to pay someone else. Um, so yeah, we're
Got you.
definitely very like cool about that. If you're not, if that's not what you can do, you still get some advice out of it, and you can always come back to us if things aren't working out.
Yeah,
But
definitely. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, let's do that for sure.
yeah.
Let's definitely look and see what the prices will be, and then I guess we'll go from there.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Let me just get some of these questions from you. I think it'll be cut and sew. Um, Okay. And then greatest challenges, just finding a manufacturer. Is that would that be a good answer?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably the hardest part in the clothing industry.
Definitely. Definitely. Like even though I work for this company now, like I actually found them initially because I was looking for a manufacturer. And then
Mm-hmm.
they were like, "Oh, you can also like we're interested in you assisting." And it's like, okay, well that's gonna pay for my fucking samples. So
Right, right.
it's like kind of a perfect um, relationship in that aspect. But like, yeah, I've seen their samples. I've seen how fast they get them out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to a meeting tomorrow to help a client with sourcing their fabric. So they got to get the samples and touch all the different fabrics and pick which ones they wanted exactly.
Nice.
So yeah, it's
Yeah,
a really nice
yeah, I
way to
like
do it.
that. I like how you could do that in LA, and especially with me
Yeah.
being right here, I could be more hands on. But I like that idea. But the only thing is the pricing. I want to make sure that it's a decent price because I like there are some suppliers that are still, they have like decent shipping. You just have to kind
Hmm.
of build that relationship with them. So it's just the only thing is just the pricing for me.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it's gonna be more than 300. I'm just warning you, but I personally think it's worth it just because of the efficiency of it all. Like
Hmm.
that's kind of what you're paying for.
Right.
And and the fact that you are hands-on, but I still think it's worth it for you to go and learn something from him because he has some really good advice. So.
Cool. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll definitely do that and set that up. And then, what is he just gonna reach out to me, or how does that work?
Yeah, he'll reach out to you. Um, do you have any more photos of your designers up there? That's the one.
Yeah,
I can
that.
just implement it on here.
Yeah, that's the only one I have right now at the moment.
Okay, perfect. And yeah, do you have like a launch date in mind, like when you want to get these out?
No launch date. We're just, I mean, for sure, I want it to be sometime this winter. So there's still time.
Yeah, definitely. We also do like 2,000 units a week. Like we can do up to 2,000 units a week if you were going that big.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Okay, cool. So any other information you would need from me, or?
I think that's it. I will I'll just do what you have, what you sent to me. I'll put it in here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I'll let him know that I did the form for you and that you're interested. You'd like to get texted by him.
Okay, perfect. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Have a good day.
You too. See, bro, that's the thing about these. That's the thing about LA, bro. They're all trying to just make. They're all just trying to make some money, like, which is cool. Like, I understand it from a business aspect, but it's like it doesn't make sense for a small brand to pay all this money up front and then be sitting on all this product. Like, it doesn't make sense when you could literally go to China and get it for literally half the price. Okay, you might have to wait a little bit longer, but they have flying shipping. You could pay for that. What is that, like 25 extra dollars, 50 extra dollars? Let me see. I'm gonna look it up right now. How much is shipping? And that's the big thing, shipping, because you have to wait for it, but if they fly shipping, that would take what, like 7 days? Let me see. Let's ask ChatGPT. How much is plane shipping from China to LA?
The cost really varies. Exactly. So if you have a larger shipment, you'll likely pay around $3 per kilogram. But for smaller expedited shipments, it can go up to $5 to $8 per kilogram. It's always best to reach out to a freight forwarder for a detailed quote.
Let's say you're in the clothing industry and you have sweatpants, and you have 20 sweatpants. How much would that cost? Give me an estimate.
All right, let's break it down a bit. So for sweatpants, let's say each pair weighs about 1 kilogram. For 20 pairs, that's roughly 20 kilograms total. If we consider a general air freight rate of around $3 to $5 per kilogram, that would put you in the range of about $60 to $100 total. Of course, exact rates will depend on the airline, the exact dimensions, and any additional fees, but that should give you a ballpark figure.
So $60 to $100. So, or if you do 50, right? Say you do 50, so that would be what? That would be like what, 200? That would be like $200, $300 range, and that's for a whole bulk order. And they'll charge you about like 14. They'll charge you about 1,400 for 50 items, or maybe less. But out here, they're gonna charge you like $5,000, like $5,000, bro. So it just doesn't make sense. But all right, let's take it back to sample pricing. Let's start at sample. So one sample, that would be, so 1 kilogram. So what, you're looking at like what, $20 to fly in. Oh wait, and let's see how long it would take. How long would it take for plane shipment from China to USA?
Typically, air freight from China. Typically, air freight from China to the US takes about 3 to 7 days, depending on whether it's stamped.
3 to 7 days. So production probably take about the same, about a week or even less. It could get here within 2 weeks. That's your sample, and you're gonna pay half of the price, bro. I was just talking to that other supplier yesterday. He was in the UK, and he said a sample is $100. He said a sample is $110. So if they had to fly it out, which I don't even think you have to do that with UK, he could ship it fast. He said, so I wouldn't even have to pay for shipping like that. So he said 110 for shipping and the product, $110, and they're talking about 300 and scaling it up just from that. Like it doesn't make sense, bro. Like at the end of the day, everybody's trying to make some money, but it's kind of like, bro, it's not adding up. You know, it's not adding up when you could go to China and you could do this, and their favorite thing to say is, oh, it's gonna take longer. You know, that's their favorite thing to say. It's gonna take long, but it's not, bro. It's really not. You could wait an extra week for your product. An extra week is nothing, you know. So for clothing brand owners, find a good supplier, talk to them, ask all the questions I asked, and yeah, that's how you do it. Don't get scammed by these suppliers.